What podcast reviewer 37 describes as an indiscriminate hellish ride that I would not wish on my worst enemy. The industry's elite have said time and again, man, fuck those guys. Get ready, if your ears had butts, they'd about to be fucked. Welcome to the Butt Fuck Nowhere Show.
Well, wait, that's wrong button. There we go. Anyways, hello everyone, welcome to the Butt Fuck Nowhere Show, the latest episode.
Somebody busted ass. I think the dog busted ass.
Yeah, it's probably Rexy. He shits himself all the time with farts. Yeah, they stink, huh? They're brutal. Are you gonna pass out?
I'm not gonna pass out, but I think he ripped ass.
Yeah, he rips ass, and they're silent too. That's how you know they're the worst smelling ones, is because they're silent but deadly. Fun fact, if you listen to Game Rage Magazine, you are 100% more likely to have dog farts that smell bad.
Fuck.
So that sucks. That's a negative fact about Game Rage Magazine. Speaking of which, if you want to listen to Game Rage, you can go listen on YouTube at Game Rage Magazine. Like, comment, subscribe. You can follow us on Twitter/X at Game Rage Mag, Instagram and TikTok at Game Rage Magazine. I don't know, yeah. And then follow Adam at All Gas No Trash Official on Instagram. Follow Frank at anime_syndicate_podcast on Instagram. Jesus Christ, since I took off this Band-Aid, my fucking thing it won't stop itching.
Don't touch it.
I can't. I need to touch it. So I guess we could talk about my fucking additional holes that I now have. I've added 3 new holes to my body from this fucking goddamn biopsies that I got. The one on my arm, the one on my stomach, and the one on my back.
Damn, they took a good chunk.
Yeah, they took a fucking massive ass chunk out of my goddamn fucking body. And
how many holes in total?
3. So I haven't seen the one on my back. Katie claims that it's the least deep or the least large, which means that it's probably the deepest and the most large. Like, 'cause she's trying to like be nice, but this one on my arm is for sure, like, it's super deep and it's big. The one that's on my stomach is it's a little less deep, but it's a larger area. And like, dude, so this guy, I swear to fucking God, man.
What do you have, like a deli slicer to chop it off?
Yeah, basically, like, you just hook me up to a meat grinder and just fucking.
He's like, well, you're gonna feel a slight pinch.
So he looks at me and he's like, all right. He's like, yeah, you're gonna feel a slight pinch for the numbing shit, right? Numbing shit was great. Didn't feel a goddamn thing. Slices through, right? He says all of them. And then as he's done, he goes, huh, that's very interesting. And I'm like, oh, here we fucking go again with the goddamn interesting shit. And I said, so I had to say, well, now you've got my interest. Well, what's fucking interesting? Well, none of them are bleeding. And I was like, what do you mean none of them are bleeding? He's like, yeah, no, they're not bleeding. Look. And he's like, I look at my arm and it's just white all in there. It's just white. And I'm like,
well, obviously it's scabbed.
well, part of it did, but look at this other part that's like, it's still white. Like,
Yeah.
so then he's like, oh, well, and I was like, well, is that like good interesting or is that bad interesting? And he's like, I wouldn't say it's good. And I'm like, fucking, God damn it. So basically what he tells me is that I'll get the results back in 7 to 10 business days. Really, he says it'll probably be about a week, which is tomorrow or today technically now because it's Thursday. So I'll get him back in a week. And I'm like, cool. And he's like, basically, if there are... I asked him, well, what happens next? Since now you're basically telling me it's probably fucking going to be bad. So, like, what does that mean next? And he's like, well, if it comes back either cancerous or atypical, then what we're going to do is they're going to go in and they're going to take out a larger area. And he says the area is going to be large enough to where it's going to have to be stitched back together, right?
Nice.
So I'm like, cool. And then he's like, and then they'll test that one. And he basically just said they're going to keep removing tissue until there's no more cells of cancerous descent or atypical.
So you're basically going to get pepperoni slices of Josh until
There's no more
pepper.
cancer. Yeah, until there's no more cancer. Or there's no more pepperoni. So I told him, I jokingly was like, oh, so basically they're just going to have to cut my arm off. He was like, ha ha ha, yeah.
Maybe not yet.
Maybe. We'll see. And I was like, thanks. Wow, you're really fucking bringing my spirits up, Doc. I appreciate it. So
how come this has never been brought to your? I mean, you kind of figure like, well, that one looks abnormal.
I didn't think any of these looked abnormal. The one that I went in for was totally fine. And I walked out with 3 that were fucking, I had no idea that they were bad. Had them for fucking decades.
Yeah.
I can't remember a time I didn't have these fucking moles. So,
but did they grow in size?
No. Because that's the thing is the moles don't necessarily change shape or colors. They will change. They grow like it. The cells just grow around or whatever, I guess, and spread around that way underneath.
I got you.
Where you can't see or some shit.
Okay.
So like I could have had these for fucking 30 years. Who the fuck knows? So, anyways, that's fucking weird. And then additionally, obviously, Katie's now at Wasteland this week, right? Because Wasteland weekend happened.
True.
And I will say, Jesus fucking Christ, man. I drove like fucking 500 miles in like a day.
Yeah, that's a heap.
That was a lot. And it sucked because it was all different directions. It was not all at once. Like it was in spurts. It was terrible.
Probably in traffic.
But, oh yeah, definitely some traffic involved. But essentially, yeah, go ahead.
Oh, no, I was just trying to distract him so he stopped.
Yeah.
Uh-oh. Smelling the anus for some reason. I don't know what the fuck he's doing that.
So basically, I was going to hook up the trailer because we rented a U-Haul trailer, which was immensely cheaper than renting an actual tow-behind U-Haul or a full U-Haul. We just got the tow-behind thing. Man, I'm going out there. This motherfucking guy who works at the U-Haul has to fucking hook up. They don't leave the wiring to hook the cable or to hook the brakes up. You have to go they have to come out and bring the wire. So he's like, oh, I'll come out there and help you hook it up or whatever. And I'm like, okay. And I had it all fucking lined up or whatever, ready to go. And so then it turned out that the ball hitch that I had was too big, so I had to go in there and buy it for $30, the fucking 2-inch one. But anyways, so I'm out there lining it up again, and he comes out and okay, blah, blah, blah. And so I pick up the fucking thing because they don't have the little, it's like that little wheel that holds it upright. They just let it fucking, the tongue just fucking sit on the ground. So I am hooking it up, and he's like helping me lift it up or whatever. And then somebody fucking calls him, and then he's like, huh? And he goes over, and he just walks away, and I'm like, the fuck, man, you helped me hold this up. And when my back is to him, so I don't see him walk away. I just feel this thing get instantly heavy, and then I drop a little bit, and I smash my fucking ring finger, the tip of it, in between the fucking thing and the ball hitch. And I'm like, motherfucker, it cracked the nail a little bit. There's a slice in the nail, and then it fucking bled all on the inside. And so now, I mean, I don't think I'm going to lose the nail. I think it'll just grow out. But
yeah, probably.
Because it's not the nail that's bloody. It's it bled underneath. So it's not like the nail's turning black. It's just that's just dried blood. But man, fuck that guy. Fuck that guy and his stupid asshole for fucking... Well, you're helping someone hold the thing up, and then you just turn around and walk away without saying it. Hey man, let's put this down. I'll be right back. Cool. I would have been fine. Or at least give me a heads up. Hey, I'm gonna walk away.
Or finish the thing you're doing and then
just real quick finish and then go help this other asshole. And also, I mean, I will say, it is cool that you can just go drop the fucking thing off wherever at the U-Haul whenever the fuck you want.
Does it have to be at that specific location or can you drop
yes. So because I fucking did the reservation to do that, that's where I had to bring it back. That's what the contract was. But as I found out, there was a fucking U-Haul out there in California City. I could have just dropped it off there and done a one-way. It would have been more, for some reason, it's more expensive to do a one-way instead of just bringing it back to the same place. I don't know how much more expensive it is. I'll have to find that out like next year.
So what are you gonna do? You're gonna get the U-Haul again and get it from there?
So now, I already booked them all basically for this year. So now next year, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna pick it up in Corona, take it out there, and then drop it off after it's unloaded at the U-Haul in California City. And then that day, Sunday, I'm gonna pick up from California City, so I don't have to drive out there towing that shit behind me. And then I'm gonna
Drop it off here
in Corona when it's empty. Like that's gonna be my plan. So then I will save a trip to and from having to tow the thing behind empty.
Makes sense.
So that'll save me fucking a little bit on gas, I suppose. And then also it just fucking will be not as bitch of a fucking drive.
Makes the trip easier.
Yeah, it makes the trip easier because you don't have to fucking worry about this stupid ass thing behind you and fucking when you're trying to change lanes in the middle of the night to fucking I gotta make sure there's no assholes over there. So yeah. So that was my fucking week basically.
Nice.
And then obviously that's not even the worst of it. The worst of it is fucking on what? Monday? Because on Monday night I ended up not getting back until super late, so I ended up just staying the night at my parents' house because I didn't get back to go pick up Chloe until like fucking 10 o'clock, 10:30 at night. So I'm like, fuck it, I'm not gonna drive back with her ass and she's gonna be whiny the whole fucking drive home. We'll just stay the night here. So we stay the night. We go out to breakfast in the morning. We go eat at this fancy ass fucking restaurant. And man, I felt fucked up the whole rest of the day. And then I get home, I felt like feverish. I felt like fucking nasty, like I had to throw up. I get home, and I'm home for whatever. It's like 9 o'clock at night, and I just go in and throw up fucking like 3 gallons of fucking I filled up a 5-gallon bucket. I had to flush the toilet twice. All right, so much liquid and fucking shit I threw up.
What'd you eat?
Oh man, I ate so much shit. It was delicious, I will say. So me and my dad split a bunch of shit, and so we got an order of lemon blueberry pancakes. Okay, half that. They were kind of small, but whatever, half that. Then we got it was these 2 eggs Benedicts. One Benedict was I forget what it was called, but it was basically fried chicken on a cornbread waffle, and it had the little egg, the poached egg on the top, and it had this jalapeno hollandaise sauce, and fuck, that was amazing. And then the other one we got was it was like a corned beef hash Benedict, but there was no like bread. It had like these shallots and like these little potatoes in it, and it was kind of like a hash.
Where do you think it went wrong?
Well, we also got bacon and turkey or chicken sausage, and I feel like one of those was not cooked probably all the way, or there was some salmonella, or who knows.
Chicken sausage sounds like where it probably
where it went wrong. Yeah, I will say it was all delicious, and man, it did not taste as good coming back up though. And what's crazy is like I was feeling dehydrated, so like my body was like, "Oh, you're not absorbing any of this shit. You're just not absorbing any of it." Because I threw up a lot of liquid. Because I was drinking a lot of liquids, and I just felt like I was getting more and more dehydrated as the day went on. And I also felt like I still felt like I was full. Like, you know what I'm saying? When you're full,
yeah,
that feeling never went away for fucking 12 hours until I threw up, and I was immediately hungry.
When did you start heaving?
When did I start heaving? At like 9?
When you felt like I
was laying in bed with Chloe, and like I was trying to like take a nap. I was trying to fucking just like take a nap because we were gonna record, and I was like, "Oh, let me just take a nap." No, I didn't even have that. There's this moment where you just feel like I need to throw up so I can feel better. Like I just had that in my mind. It just clicked, and I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna go over to the toilet because I'm gonna throw up. I know I'm gonna throw up. And literally within probably 30 seconds of being in front of the porcelain throne, immediately just projectile vomit. I mean, projectile fucking vomiting. I don't know how I held it in for 12 hours. And I'm like, God damn, why couldn't I have did this 12 hours ago and so I could have felt better?
I fucking hate puking because you can't control it, and also the breathing part.
Yeah, that's what sucks.
It's like you don't know when you're gonna stop. You're like, oh fuck, when am I gonna catch my next breath? Because I'm puking so much.
Yeah. Well, that is the worst part. And so I said, fuck man, as soon as I finished puking, I immediately, the feverish feelings I was feeling, immediately gone. I was like, this is fucking wild. And I'm like, I should call you to fucking do some recording. And then I was like, all right, cool. I'm going to go lay down for a minute. And then just so I can like recover from this. And then I woke up at like 2:30 in the morning. And I was like, oh shit. Because we had come home at like, we had just gotten back from like doing her dance class that night. It was like 7:30. Came up, got her, you know, showered, pajamas on, in bed. She watched the tablet for a few minutes and then fell asleep probably around 8:30. And that's when I was like, all right, I'm going to go throw up. And then fucking threw up for like fucking 20 minutes straight. And then I was like, all right. Because I left all the lights on because I was like, oh, I got to let the dogs out to go piss or whatever before I lock up for the night if I'm not going to record. But I'm like, well, if I feel better, then fuck yeah, we'll do it. But I'm like, I don't feel better. So then I throw up and I'm like, cool, I feel better. Oh, cool, we can record. All right, I got to recover for a minute because I'm like I'm a little fucked up. And then, like I said, I woke up at 2:30 in the morning and I'm like, oh shit, all the lights are still on everywhere. I'm like, oh, well, I guess you guys didn't go out. Well, fuck it. I was like, it's 2:30. Fuck it, I'm going back to sleep. I didn't even set my alarm to wake up in the morning. I was like, holy shit, good thing I woke up. Otherwise, like, Chloe might have not fucking made it to school on time. So I fucking set my alarm and I'm like, dude, I'm starving. But I'm like, fuck it. I'm just going back to sleep. Go back to sleep. Fucking wake up at, 6:30 when my alarm went off. And then I'm like, all right, cool, I feel all right. And then I drank a protein shake because I was starving.
Threw it up.
Didn't throw it up. I've felt the nauseousness a little bit all day every time I've eaten something. And then we went and got fucking Chipotle. We went and got Chipotle, which gave you diarrhea. And I didn't have any diarrhea.
Oh, just give me hot ass.
Hot ass, yeah, swamp ass.
I just shat out like hot shit. I mean, like, it didn't burn or anything, but
yeah.
You know when you take a shit and it sits in the bowl and you can feel the heat radiating,
Yeah.
like, and you could smell it.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
oh fuck, dude.
Oh, yeah. When I have those, it's usually like, it's like a soft pile of shit. It's not a solid shit. It's not diarrhea, but it's not solid.
Yeah.
It's like this weird mush, but
Yeah.
it's like, it peaks up over the water line.
Yeah.
And it's like a mountain of shit.
Yeah.
And it's like the water starts boiling and then you just feel the heat rise. And you're like, oh man, I gotta flush this toilet. I might burn down the pipes. Like, Jesus Christ.
Yeah,
Good thing
it's
they're
like
made out of fucking metal.
hot shit acid.
Oh yeah.
Fucking A.
Anyways, so that was my week. You had a comic idea?
Yeah, because I don't know if we're ever going to start like a podcast where we just talk. It's just ideas pitching. I'm not even pitching this to you because I think I'll do it anyways. But I've been thinking about the cartoon dynamic of, you know, the cat and the dog or whatever the fuck. Like I've been watching clips of Ren and Stimpy, which is like one of my favorite cartoons.
Yeah.
And I like the dynamic of one pet being serious and the other one being a dumbass or a goofball or a slacker. Kind of like Mordecai and Rigby in the regular show or whatever.
Yeah.
But I have like this idea, and I don't know if I have a name for the thing itself. I can't animate, obviously, so the way this would start out, I think, is going to be simple. It's going to be simple jokes.
Right.
It's going to be a 4-panel comic.
Uh-huh.
And it's about a sloth whose name's Sal.
All right.
And a honey badger named Reggie. Mm-hmm. And I can't. The reason I'm calling him Reggie is because it sounds like rage. Because you know, like honey badgers look like they're fucking angry all the time.
True.
But it'd just be like stupid jokes. Like they're roommates, right?
Mm-hmm.
They're fucking roommates, and the sloth is obviously a slacker, and the honey badger's like
uptight
and an asshole, and he's always pissed off all the time. So he tells the fucking sloth Sal, he's like, hey man, you haven't done anything all day, because he's a fucking sloth. He's like, I'm gonna need you to wash the car. So in the next 2 panels, you see the fucking sloth named Sal, and he doesn't say anything. You just see ellipses, right?
Yeah.
Or in the bubble quotes or whatever, and it's just ellipses. And he just sits there like this for 3 panels, and then he says, nah. And that's how it fucking ends. That's how the comic ends. So it'd be like jokes like that.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I've just been thinking about like, dude, it'd be great if we could make a fucking, well, at least for me, like I want to do a lot of things, dude. I want to be like, it's so ADHD, but I want to be an inventor. And I'm like, fuck it, man. I might as well be a comic book or like a cartoon creator. And this is my idea for creating a cartoon is a honey badger named fucking Reggie and a sloth named Sal. And it's just the relationship of two roommates, one being a slacker, the sloth, and the honey badger being the rage-ridden asshole. And he wants his friend to like get his life in shape. And the sloth is indulging in the sin of being a sloth.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I don't know.
Hey man, that could be fucking hilarious.
Yeah.
Too bad we can't draw for shit though. That's the problem.
Yeah.
How would we go about like doing this?
I'm gonna draw
stickers?
it. I might just draw it myself and make it shitty. Because you know, like there's so many people making shitty memes or comics that they look like they made it in MS Paint. I'm like, how much worse could I do?
No, pretty bad. I don't know. Fuck it. Let's try and see what happens.
Yeah. So maybe I'll just fucking make a few comics. It's not even for anybody else. It's just for me to fucking have a laugh. But it's just another thing for us to try out and see, you know, stretching our creative limits as far as what we're doing with this shit.
Yeah.
What do you have to say for yourself?
He's the sloth is like sitting on the thing and hey man, I'm gonna be a little late on this month's rent payment. And then the honey badger's like, what the fuck? Like he immediately just starts raging, starts throwing shit or whatever. And then he's like, I don't know, he says something like, why would you do this? And he's like, 3 panels of he looks and he goes, I don't know. Like that's it. He's just like some stupid as shit.
Ironically, I was thinking that the one thing he does right is pay his own rent, like his half of the rent.
Yeah.
And the only reason he does is because he has it on auto payment. So it's like he's a pretty good roommate because he pays his half of the rent. He's like, man, you're the only roommate.
Yeah, I've ever had that fucking pays the rent on time.
You're shit at everything else.
Yeah, and he's like, oh yeah, it's only because I accidentally set up auto pay at the beginning when I did it. And now I don't know how to undo it.
Yeah, I we'll see how it goes. Hopefully I'll post it on Instagram relatively soon. I just don't know what the character designs are gonna look like or anything, but hopefully I'll try to have that comic out relatively soon. I'm not gonna say in the next 2 weeks or month because I'm scared about making it and not following through.
Fuck it, I'm gonna draw some panels and just fucking do it. Then if we're just not giving a fuck about what it looks like, I'm gonna try it and see what happens.
No, I do care what it looks like. I'm not gonna say I'm gonna do a shit job, but
yeah, I'm gonna do stick figures.
Stick
I'm
figures.
gonna do a stick figure comic where it's like it's about like I don't know. There'll just be 2 stick figures and they're genderless. Or no, maybe they are gendered. And then the way you know is there's 2 circles. There's 2 circles at the top for lady and 2 circles at the bottom for ball. Like that's how you know.
I thought it was just gonna be a one line for the dick.
If you can see the line continues in between the legs, that's how you know he's a dude.
Yeah.
And then they're just naked the whole time.
Yeah.
And then maybe they're just, I don't know, talking about shit. They'd be like, hey man, you know, you ever wonder why we're naked? No.
That's the comic.
He's like, no. Like, he's asked some questions about shit and he's like, I don't know. They're like, no. They're like, go fuck yourself.
All right.
Hey man, look at that lady over there. And it's like, and then they see like, it's like the 2 circles for the tits and then 2 circles on the ass. Like, oh man, she got some hot circles going on over there.
Oh man, that's hot.
And then the fucking the next panel, the line is up. It's up, whatever.
All right.
Catcalling. They like catcall like women.
Hey, nice circles, baby.
Yeah.
On the side of more stupid ideas, one of the things that we talked about this week was because on social media you have to cover the genitalia of fucking animals.
Oh yeah.
So then I was like joking. I'm like, oh man, what if people care so much about their dogs that they pay for stupid items. And what if one of those stupid items is like creating a peen sheath for your fucking animals? So it's like, it's basically like foreskin, but you put it on your dog's fucking wiener so you can cover.
Well, and then I was thinking about it later.
Prevent public nudity.
Yeah, because I had said, we should also include like a ball sheath that's connected. And then like while we're at it, you might as well just add another layer of a hook, and then it just covers their butthole. So like it covers the entire fucking area.
Yeah.
Dick, balls, and asshole. DBA. That's what it is. The DBA. And it just covers dick, balls, and asshole. And that way you don't have to see any of that shit.
Yeah. No public nudity from your dogs.
It prevents fucking boners. It prevents humping. It stops them if it pisses on shit. If they piss on shit, well, they're just going to be pissing on their own dick, basically, and their own balls.
Well, that almost seems like a worse problem.
the piss will then be funneled into their own asshole because it covers the balls.
When they sit down, the piss rolls down to their anus.
It just fucking leak. It just collects all around their butthole. And then, like, when they try to shit, it'll just push it back in, and then that will let the piss come in.
Yeah, it's like a shit.
And so then
concoction.
when you pop off the fucking peen sheet, when you pop it off and you let them outside to go take a shit, they literally shit and piss all out their asshole.
This seems like it creates more problems than it would be helpful.
Yeah, but here's the thing. People who own dogs are fucking idiots, so they'll fucking buy any stupid shit. They don't care.
Yeah.
They'll be like, they're just trying to stop the problem of the dog nudity and then maybe pissing everywhere.
Yeah.
So that's all. So that erases the problem. Yeah, sure. Maybe the dog gets dysentery, but who gives a fuck? At least he stopped pissing all over the place.
Yeah.
You know? Fuck.
Man, we need to come up with more.
So the DBA peen sheath. That's what it's going to be called.
Yeah.
Yeah, we need to come up with more stupid ideas.
Yeah, more stupid inventions. That's why I want to make a podcast about ideas. Like, just stupid things we know don't make any sense, but yeah. I guess we'll continue to work on that, but
you know what we should invent? We should invent the clock with no hands. It's just a number circle that goes 1 to 12.
For what purpose?
Who cares? These are like stupid ideas, right? Or maybe you don't. Maybe you do like extra. Maybe you go 1 to 20. Like you just fucking make extra delineations for no reason. And what is this a clock for? Whatever you want it for, man.
Well, shit, maybe because you know how some fucking days last longer on Jupiter or Venus.
Oh, that's true.
I don't know. Make a clock with different times. And man. Well, shit. A day lasts longer. Is it closer to the sun?
No, it depends on the planet's rotation. That's what determines whether it's the length of the year. Essentially, is based on how close you are to the sun. But your rotation determines your days.
Okay, so the bigger rotation for a bigger planet.
Well, it's the speed of the rotation. So the slower the speed, the longer the days last, and then like the lower, the faster the rotation, the quicker the days.
So wouldn't it be easier for a smaller planet to rotate faster?
Maybe.
I don't fucking know, man. I don't know astrophysics. I'm a fucking idiot.
Well, we're fucking both idiots. How long is a day on Jupiter? Oh, a day on Jupiter is 9 hours and 56 minutes.
Oh, it's shorter.
Okay, how long is a day on Pluto?
To be like fucking...
A day on Pluto is 6.4 Earth days.
Jesus.
So it seems like away. The smaller the planet...
Is that right?
That's what it's saying. How long is a day on Mars? Okay, Mars is basically the same. It's 1 day and 37 minutes, so it's just basically the same.
Slightly more.
How long is a day on Venus? Jesus Christ. A day on Venus is 243 days.
What about Mercury?
Mercury. 59 to 60 days, basically.
Okay.
But what's another planet? Uranus. Speaking of dogs. Oh, a day on Uranus is only 17 hours.
All right, I don't know what the fuck is. I don't know. I'll have to look into that.
A day on your anus is 17 hours, but a day on my anus lasts a lifetime.
Get fucked.
Yeah, well.
Yeah. Well.
Anyways, fuck. You got anything else?
No, that was pretty much it. So, Pink Sheath coming to a fucking Dollar Tree near you.
It's gonna be at the Dollar General any day now.
Yeah.
Anyway, all right, well, get fucked. That does it for us. I guess we'll catch you guys on the next one. You can go to Game Rage Magazine on YouTube and like, comment, and subscribe for more stupid ideas. You can also visit your local fucking 99-cent store and potentially purchase a Peen Sheath in the near future. You can also follow Adam at All Gas No Trash Official on Instagram. Anime_syndicate_podcast on Instagram for Frank. Game Rage Magazine is at Game Rage Magazine on Instagram and TikTok, at Game Rage Mag on Twitter/X. And that's it. Don't fucking steal our ideas either. All right? I better not be seeing the Peen Sheath at fucking on
Fucking
Temu.
Dollar
I better
Tree.
not see it on Temu in fucking 6 weeks. All right? You hear that, motherfuckers? I see you out there.
Oh my god.
This has been the Butt Fuck Nowhere Show. Thanks for listening. Don't forget, subscribe and like on Instagram and TikTok at Game Rage Magazine. Also on Twitter/X at Game Rage Mag. Also visit our website, www.GameRageMagazine.com, for a host of other podcasts and more. Thanks for listening.